Dwayne here, PhoenixTypewriter.com. Got a IBM Selectric 1 that I'm doing a complete rebuild, but this ball is not in the right position. This ball should at least be centered with that arrow at least straight ahead or slightly off. It is way off, and I don't know how it got that way. The machine came in with a broken belt, broken hub, broken transport pulley over here. Everything was, the whole carrier was seized up on the shaft, so it needed a complete rebuild. And I pretty much got a lot of the stuff straightened out, and that's when I noticed that ball was out of whack, or the rotate, so I thought maybe I did something in the process, like knocked a cable off, a cord off, the rotate band off or something, or messed up the timing down here, or something, to cause this to happen, because this is not a common deal. But I have eliminated everything as a possibility, so now there's no way to adjust that with the adjustment here. You cannot adjust this enough, although you probably could do something maybe. But what needs to be done is underneath the carrier here. So underneath here, move this carrier over a little bit here. Under here, way under here, and this is a tricky, hard, unusual adjustment, and it's going to be impossible to show on camera, but I'm going to show you where it's at. So let me get something to point with here, so I'm going to use this to point out what I'm going to adjust, and that is tricky. So there it is, right there. Get it. Let's see. Camera here. Let's see. And every once in a while, this does need to be done. It's not the first time I've done it, but it's also definitely not common. So underneath the carrier is the rotate. Wow, it's hard to see with the camera. Can't get it there. Okay, right there. There's the shaft. There's the carrier shaft right there. Over here, this little nipple over here is the main spring, or the coil spring that keeps tension on the rotate tape. But right here is a set screw right on the other side, on the right side of that shaft. Get my thing out of the way here. Right there is a set screw. Right there. And that sets that shaft, locks it into place. It's just one set screw. Now, my only theory with when this happens is the machine gets jammed up and this actually slips at this point, at that area. So this takes a special spline wrench, and you got to get it right into that set screw right there. And it's in there. So now this is a tricky part, because this is a long. Let's see if I can loosen it. Okay, it did. Okay, I'm tightening the back up a little bit, because I'm going to reach around here. So when I loosen that, I'm going to position this ball where I want it, which is straight forward or straight ahead. So right there. So I'm going to want to position that straight ahead while I loosen this. So I'm ready to loosen that. And when I loosen that, this will turn. Just like that. I'm just going to get it close to center and tighten it back up. Just did that right there. So let me get this tight. It actually didn't feel that loose, so maybe that was the problem. Crank that as tight as I can get it. That's pretty tight. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so now it's a lot better centered. Turn this bugger back on again. And we got typing. And it's pretty close because it's actually working here. I can't believe it. I got it so good it might not need a further adjustment. Nothing is trimming at the moment. Usually you have to fine tune this, but this looks like it's close enough for now. Okay. Well, I'm surprised I didn't have to fine tune that. If it did need fine tuning, it would have been done at this little turnbuckle here. But I'm going to leave it like it is because it looks pretty close. And don't know how that slipped, like I said, but I still have to do a complete clean on this typewriter, so we'll see what happens during that process. But for now, good day.